Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. Got a lot of emails asking me if we could recommend any good shelters that are under $200. We got a couple here today for you. One is the Backwoods Bungalow from One Tigris, and the other one is the Iron Wall Hot Tent from One Tigris. So hang tight. Guys, Backwoods Bungalow from One Tigris. We had a lot of questions on this and asked us if we had never seen it. No, so we reached out to the company and they sent us two models. And this is the Backwoods Bungalow, and you'll be seeing later on the Iron Wall Hot Tent. But this, in our opinion, is probably one of the most convenient and well-built small, quick shelters that is under $150 out on the market right now. Now there are some reasons for that. you know, but it's not construction, it's not quality, but there's a few things that they could do, and I'll be talking about that would make this an even better shelter. But for the size of it, first of all, it's 6 foot 8 inches wide, 4.1 inches deep, and 3.7 feet high. I said 4.1 inches, but I meant 4 foot 1 inch. And I'll apologize for the highway. I'm out at the Farmington Sportsman's Club right now. We got a highway right over yonder. So sorry about that. But anyway, it is very roomy on the inside. I'll take you around it. I'm going to walk you around it and talk to you about the specs of this thing. But this is one of the finest two-man shelters under 150 bucks out on the market right now, and I'm going to show you why. Let's get inside so you can see this thing. It's got a very, very ample no-see-um mesh screen, keeps all the varmint out, and you can roll this up. It's got 2 toggles to keep the screen out of the way if you don't need the bug screen. Simple to use. And they've got nice elastic strapping to go with those toggles. It makes it easier, you know. A lot of companies will have those to be static and not enough of a loop for somebody with big fingers like me. That's a polite way of saying fat fingers. Perfect example. Okay, now it's opened up, and you can see when I get in here, I'm 5 foot 9 inches, and with where I'm at right now, I'll just say I'm centered. I probably have a foot there and maybe a foot here, you know. So I mean, it's real close to 7 feet. It has a gear loop here for a light if you want to hang there. One of the things that I've heard that when you do hang things on this, that it'll leak there. So I'm going to teach you a trick on that. But not only does it have the front mesh ventilation, but in the back also to help ventilation flow through. All right, you got a positive airflow that's going through here all the time. I've got it flown out right now, almost like a modified baker's tent. But you know, the vestibule here, when you have it open like this, you can put your gear there. You know, perfect for one man and his dog named Tater. Tater would love to be in here with me. But everything you want, bucket style floor. Let's walk around it so you can see what it looks like. All right, guys, we're going to take a walk around. You can see from the back, it really looks like a baker style tent, right? It's got, you have 1, 2, 3 vent guy outs. You've got 2 wall guy outs, right? And I highly recommend using those because of the simple fact that you get a whole lot more room. But I wanted to be able to show you why I'm impressed with this tent beyond its practicability. But look here at this place where they put all their tie-out points and their stake points. You know, that is triple reinforced in there with heavy thread. And then look at these seams, how they put these seams together. You know, same thing here. This is very, very heavy. I can't see it ripping out at all. Okay. Then as you walk around, there's 4 corner stakes as well. There's one. There's one there. Of course, the front flap has got one. I want to make mention of that. You know, they send 10 stakes with this. I've always said, any company that I review or they ask me my opinion, if it's got a place for a guy out or a tent stake, and you're including stakes, which you should, include them all. They only sent 10 and you actually need 13 to be able to set this up properly. You can also use a ridgeline with this, but I recommended right now that you use either trekking poles, or you see what I did, I just bushcrafted some stuff here. It's easy to do. And after you've done that, if you want to try the ridge line, it's just a little harder to square it up. You know, in a pinch, yes, you could do that, but has Velcro to keep the front all buttoned up if you happen to get in inclement weather and you got to bring down, this turns into a rain fly and you are buttoned up. The zippers are all YKK, very, very nice zippers, quality. As I said, the Velcro helps button it down. I love this little guy. Now, what are some of the specs on this? Well, as far as material is concerned, it's made out of 75D sil nylon. And it is waterproof up to 1,500 millimeters, which I've heard several different guys really brag about what this looks like in the rain and how it performs, high winds. You know, it's a stout little shelter, that's for sure. One Tigris has done a really good job on there. And the only thing that I would tell you is there's two things. I just mentioned the stakes. Put some more stakes in it, guys. Oh yeah, I also want to mention the fact, you see this guy wire right here, this guy line? It doesn't look like it right now, but when you hit it at night with a flashlight, that stuff is very reflective. And that's one of the things that I've been advocating with all tent makers, manufacturers. You know, unless you're doing something for a combat tactical situation, you know, I know a lot of guys are wanting to learn how to bug out and take off and be stealthy and all that. But I tell you what, if you're not, having reflective tent tie-outs and guy line tie-outs will go a long way without you tripping over something and bringing down your shelter or taking a spill yourself, breaking an arm or whatever. Says it has a double layered entrance, bug-free mesh, and it does have great airflow. I showed you the place for the lantern and all that. So let me just tell you the other thing that I recommend doing. Now, every seam that I get on a sil nylon tent, I make sure that I seam seal this. Every seam, every thread that I can see. And I will definitely do that heavy part where that accessory loop is at. It just makes common sense. You know, it's a very easy fix. And we have a video out on the channel that shows you how to make your own seam seal out of Lexan clear caulk and mineral spirits. It's very easy to do. But I would put it on all the seams. Yeah, this is a great little bush tent right here. You know, One Tigris again, thumbs up to you. So, hang tight, we're going to close this up. All right, guys, I did make mention, or want to make mention to the fact that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of companies that send us gear with stuff sacks. The stuff sacks appear that they make them right around the bag. They're so tight. But this is very, very roomy. And the way that I put this back in this bag is I don't fold it up. I stuff it in there. And it works a whole lot better. So appreciate that. Comes with a tent stake bag also. And as I said, it comes with 10, but it needs 13. Who would be a candidate for this? Well, anybody that's a bushcrafter, bushman, woodsman, that goes out, you know, this would be a great shelter. You know, I could stay in this shelter for a month. You know, it wouldn't bother me at all. You know, I'd probably be by myself with the amount of gear I'd have to take, and of course maybe Tater Tot could go with me too. But motorcyclist, here we go. Hear that? That's a semi that's coming through. It's doing his best to make noise for me. You gotta love the farmers. Motorcyclists, bicyclists, e-bike riders. This is going to go out on the e-bike with us probably next month in November, along with their other tent that they sent us. But backpackers, this is so light, it's only 3.2 pounds. That's it. You could take it out also. You know, you want to do a lightweight thing. You know, I know they do make micro shelters, but I mean, you're not going to be this comfortable and not have the versatility that this has. You know, so It's great for the money. Shelters under 150 bucks. This is one that I would highly recommend. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We always appreciate your support and watching us. So hit the subscribe button if you would, please, and share this with your friends. And when you become a subscriber, we put you in our gear database. And what that means is that we pull out names every month and give away free gear. So if you'd like some free gear, just subscribe to the channel. That's all you got to do. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there, especially right now during this turbulent time that we're in. And get out and vote.